Record. Okay. So I want to just point out, guys, that, Avery hit 10 grand, missed the 12.5 mark, but because of some extra credit, she got to 12.5 and got 6 more pieces of Cutco because of that. And we have plenty of people that hit 6,000, 6,500, but because of double credit, get to the $8,000 prize. It didn't change their money. They didn't earn the extra money, but they got the extra prizes. All in favor of the Cutco that's going to last forever, being a little extra credit, bumping up a couple levels, maybe at the end of your fast start. So what we're going to talk about right now is actually my favorite part of day 3 of training. I said a minute ago, and I want to tell you, it's called Team Builder. So everyone write in your notes, Team Builder, okay? Our Team Builder program. And this is one of their, also, I told you some other reasons why our team is #1 in the company, especially at the new business level. Our reps make the most money. And it's because of the fact that out of training, what are we doing? Was that one word we talked about? Coaching. It's that PDI, calling in between appointments, all that stuff. That's one of the reasons why our office does so well. But the second reason, maybe even first reason why our team does so well, many of you are here today because of it, actually. And it's called our Team Builder program, right? And not only do you have the opportunity to help build the team from selling a lot of Cutco, but also some of you are here today. How many of you got referred to the job? Like someone else told you about the job, or we texted you because someone referred you to the job. That's one of the reasons why our office does so well, and why we're the #1 team builder in the entire company. 2 years in a row, we've been the #1 team builder in the company, and just barely #2 in sales. So close, right? And by the way, if you don't know this, it's the most time, money, and energy intensive part of almost any good business in the world. If you guys remember sitting in high school, every lunch hour, you're sitting there eating your tater tots, right? And you look over there, and every single time on the stage or on the side of the cafeteria, what did you see? You either saw someone in a uniform, right? Military, Marines, or whoever it is, or you saw a college. Does that sound familiar? Like there's like Westminster College, or there's University of Utah or Utah State, or someone's over there recruiting freshmen, if you will, for the college, or recruiting, new people for the military, right? That's how they do business, right? You guys know that sororities and fraternities, how do they build their sorority or the fraternity? Team building, right? Recommend their friends. Hey, I'm doing Rush. You should do Rush with me, right? And they bring their friends and become roommates, and they join the sorority or the fraternity. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about, right? And so if you think about it, it's the way most companies build. If you guys don't know team building, Nick Saban was long recognized as one of the best recruiters in the entire, NCAA football world, because he would fly a helicopter onto some kid's lawn in Louisiana and say, "Bro, would you like to come play for the Alabama football team?" And that's pretty impressive, to land a helicopter on someone's lawn and say, "Come play with us." It was for like 5-star recruits. You guys know what 5-star recruits are in athletics, right? They're like, "Come play with us." And the guy went to LSU. But anyway, it's a long, tradition that, like, the way that companies build are with team building. You guys heard of advertising. And by the way, we spend a lot of money as a company. How many of you guys got a letter from me in the mail? Guys, I spend about 20 some odd $1,000 a year on letters, sending out to high school and college students saying, "Hey, you want to try a new job out," right? We also spend money on, how many of you guys found us online? Indeed or Snag a Job or whatever it is. We spend money on those ads, right? That's obviously, a way that we build our team. We go to campuses, we go to job fairs. Some of you we met at a job fair, right? In a campus or something like that. We spend money in that way. But instead of giving money to Indeed or whatever, who do you think we'd rather hook up? We'd rather spend our money and our time and our energy helping you guys, right? And some of you get to be here today because someone else helped us build the team. And that's pretty cool, because they get to benefit a little bit extra too. Now, it's not a multi-level thing. You guys already know that. We've said that 4 times. Like, we don't like sign our friends up and they're automatically in the company. Like, we have to interview them. We have to like them. They have to like us. We have to decide that we're going to work together, then go to training. And then here we are. You guys understand that? That's not a multi-level business at all, right? But we do a lot of team building from within. And a good company does it anyway. How many of you guys worked with a friend anyway, like for nothing, but you've worked with a friend at another job? How many of you guys ever seen like Harriman Rec Center? Like, everyone that lives at Harriman has worked at Harriman Rec Center at some point in their life. Like, it's just a place where high school kids work, right? And it's kind of fun to work with your buddy. Raise your hand again if you worked with your friend. Who's ever like had a lot of fun, been glad that you had a friend there at work, and you could have some, good relationships, and maybe even cover each other's shifts or hook each other up with whatever it is, when you worked at a job right before and that type of thing. And we're just like that. I'll tell you a quick story. My dad, um, my dad, oh, by the way, yeah, I'll tell my story. My dad worked for Allstate. If you guys have heard of Allstate before, it's an insurance company. He was a lawyer, so he did like corporate law stuff. And it is headquartered in Chicago. So there's this big building here, and there's this long walkway, and then there's other building over here, and there's a massive parking lot. And everyone that works at Allstate Worldwide headquarters works there in these two big buildings, right? And when they need one person to fill a role in Allstate, they don't send out high school recruiters. They don't even send out college recruiters. If they need one person, they literally just be like, we got 800 people that work in these two buildings. Let's just send an email out. Bro, if you know anybody who has this resume and can do these things and has this credentials, shoot us their info because we'd love to interview them and hire them. And I'm gonna tell you the quick story. When they hire someone, my dad would get, if he referred somebody like that, he would get like concert tickets to the concert that they own the rights to the venue, and they'd get like some concert tickets or get a steak dinner, right? And it's kind of cool. But here's the thing. I sold Cutco to my dad. I told you this, right? Well, he worked at Allstate. So who did he refer me to? You can say Allstate people, right? And so I would do demos with people in Allstate and I'd see them. But then when I'd go visit my dad at the cafe, at work, I would see my customers and they'd be like hanging out in the cafeteria, like 3 or 4 or 5 of my customers because they referred me to each other. And then I'd go over and see them. And there was like these little pods of people that like loved each other, knew each other. What was the vibe at Allstate World headquarters if that's what was happening?
Very friendly.
Totally awesome, right? And they can grow as a company when they have that type of vibe. Who's ever been in a team where you had all your buddies on the team? It's like total vibing, right? And that's exactly how the military gets built. That's how the frats get built, right? And stuff like that. And so we do the same thing. And when you think about, some of you are already thinking, oh man, I know some people that need money. Because if you think about even just the people in your phone, if you think about all the people in your phone, there's probably 3 groups of people, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure all of you have these 3 groups of people in your phone. One, you've already been thinking, oh, I know this guy needs money. This guy has a crappy job. She needs money. She's looking for a job. She's praying for a job. Hasn't been able to get a job. Raise your hand if you got some people that you're already thinking of right now. Okay, awesome. How many of you have people in your phone that you're close to, but when it comes to employment, you haven't said a word to them. They haven't said a word to you. You have no idea if they like their job, if they hate their job, and you don't even know if they're interested. Raise your hand if you have people like that. You're like, I don't know, right? And then how many of you have people in your phone where you literally don't even know who they are? Like, you're like, I have no idea who that person is. That's just a name in my phone from 7 years ago. I have no idea. Raise your hand if you have a fat stack of those people. Guys, I'm going to ask you a question. Of all the people in your phone like that, on all 3 of those groups, how many of them do you think we'd at least like the opportunity to see if they're interested in looking into a job? 100%, right? In other words, you don't want to prejudge. So when you wrote down team builder, you all wrote down team builder, right? Now write down the other 2, 3 words, which is don't judge. Don't prejudge anybody based on what you think you may know or not know about them, on whether or not they're interested in making some extra cash. Because some people might love their job, but they just need a little extra money. They could do this job part-time. Some people are broke as a joke. They need to really make money and they want to go full hardcore on something that they can really get paid what they're worth versus make $12 an hour, right? And they're just praying for something to fall into their lap. And so you really don't know who that is. So my advice is, in a minute, when I give you guys a chance to refer friends, I really wouldn't prejudge anybody in your phone, because you really don't know who's the right guy, girl, or whoever it is that is going to be interested. Another thing I'll say is, if you refer people in Oregon or Michigan, Jasper, or wherever, they can be anywhere, and we can at least text them. And if they're interested, we'll connect them to the office in Michigan or wherever they live, Arizona or whatever it is. Does everyone understand that? Okay. So don't prejudge even based on location, let alone whether you think they want to work here or not, right? They wouldn't know until they go through an interview anyway. The only details, they have to be old enough, right? They have to at least, listen closely because it's May. They have to at least be a graduating senior or 18 or both. So if they're 17 still, but they're graduating, like a couple of you, like Skylar, right? Wait, yeah. So, right? Yeah. Okay. I was like, but they have to at least be of that age. But you never know who it is. Okay. Now, before I go ahead and let you guys recommend those people, I want to show you a quick video of a friend of mine. And this is a guy named Mike Monroe, and he used to have my job in Rhode Island. Okay. And he was a great division manager. He's been in our company for two decades, 2.5 decades. And we've got good friends. He actually married one of my assistants that lived in Spokane. And so they have three kids now, and they live up in Spokane, and he has a national position with our company. And the reason I'm showing you this video, it's 3.5 minutes. And the reason I'm showing you this video is there's actually a story at the very end of the 3.5 minutes that I really want to focus on. But because it's only 3.5 minutes, I'm going to show you the whole video. And the first part of the video actually talks about when we text your friends, for example, because some of you got this text already. Your friend might be like, because who's ever gotten a text and you like know it's a robot? You know it's like some machine that texted you, like from Sonic drive-through. I get texts from Sonic drive-through from Joe Biden and Donald Trump both, and I know it's a robot texting me. You guys understand that? So, you know, he's gonna talk about, hey, if your friend asks you, is this like, did you get hacked? Is your phone hacked, or is this really real? He's gonna talk about how you can respond to that without taking your time away from your demos. We don't want you guys worrying about this at all, right? It's your job to sell Cutco. It's not your job to try build the team, right? And so even though we're talking about it, but again, I'll just play that part, and then the story at the end is what I want you to pay attention to. And I just think it's a cool story, so it's worth sharing. So I'm gonna press play.
Hi there, I'm Mike Monroe, Digital Strategy Manager of Vector Marketing. And if your manager is having you watch this, it probably means they're about to have their staff members reach out to all those people you recommended the position to with our Team Builder program. Now, the purpose of this video is to make your
Zoom
life
people can't
easier. Listen carefully on this.
Or hear
Here's
it.
what I'm highly recommending you do.
What's that?
I can hear it and see it.
Oh, really? Dang. Never mind, Phil.
At home, Sterling, Maya, can you see it?
I can see it, yeah.
Okay, good. I'll press play. All right.
Recommend that you write a short 4-sentence response to anybody who reaches out to you with questions or comments. And here's why I'm recommending you do this so strongly. Not because I'm trying to convince them to sell knives or anything like that. Vector is not a pyramid scheme. I'd have a copy-paste response to save you time. Think about this for a minute. If you spent just 5 minutes answering questions with 50 different people, that'd be 4 hours of time. My suggestion, quite frankly, is that if you're gonna spend all that time working, you should be doing presentations and getting paid for it, not doing your manager's job. Your manager can explain the position, and frankly, I don't feel bad about giving them a lot of work. So please put the burden on them by having a simple, short, and most importantly, a no-pressure copy-paste response. Here's a real easy example that'll be sufficient for 99.9% of the people that reach out to you, no matter what they ask, what they say, or how they say it. Yes, it's legit. I'm in training right now. Check it out if you want. I like it. I thought you'd like it too. Short, to the point, and no reasonable person can get upset when you're sharing something you like. It's like, hey, you should try maple bacon ice cream. I know it sounds weird, but it's pretty legit. I liked it, thought you'd like it too. Sure, it's not for everybody, but you'll never know if it's for you unless you try some. Now, if you want to personalize it a little bit, no problem. Make it sound more like you, go for it. Maybe you change it to something like this. Hey, I'm working right now, so I can't chat, but yes, it's legit. Schedules are flexible, money's good, people are cool. Text me after your interview if you decide to check it out. It'd be really sweet to work together. Anybody can feel good about that. But instead of getting into a drawn-out text conversation with 50 different people when you could be setting up appointments, again, have a copy-paste message to save time. Let me finish up by telling you something that always amazes me, because this happens every single time our company runs training, which is why I love Team Builder so much and I'm so passionate about this. And it's this. Some of those people that reach out to you and say things like, is this a scam, or why'd you recommend me? Some of those people will actually check it out when you reassure them properly. And some of them will have their lives changed.
Here's the story.
I hear stories like this all the time.
I had somebody in my contact list, their name was M in my phone, and I had no idea who it was. They showed up to an interview, ended up getting the job. I saw them in training and I thought, oh, that person looks familiar. I was introduced in training. They said, hey, you're the one that recommended me, thank you. And I still didn't know who his name was. And he ended up doing great. He became an assistant manager, won our President's Club letter, and because of that President's Club letter, got a scholarship to University of Hawaii, which he had applied to the previous year and didn't get in. So if it wasn't for me dumping my phone book out, he probably wouldn't have gotten to the school that he wanted to go to.
Hey, job searching is terrible. So thank you for helping people out, and thank you for being a Vector team builder. It's a pretty cool thing to put on a resume. And whether you're here for 19 years like me, or 19 months, or 19 weeks, or even 19 minutes, I wish you all the luck in the world as you get your career started selling Cutco. It is a really exciting time to be you.
Oh, I love Mike. All right.
Hi there, I'm Mike Monroe, digital.
Okay. So that being said, can everyone still see? Sterling, Jasper, can you guys all see? Okay, good. It was weird that the sharing went weird there. Okay. The point I want to make there is I hope you understand, like you might not know who that one kid is, or you might know if they're interested, but then that's the guy or the girl who sells literally $30,000, like Calvin. His friend Luke sold 10 grand in his fast start, and he referred Calvin, and Calvin's now sold 30 grand, and you never know who that person might be, and they benefit massively from it. Maybe they just get some quick experience and work here for a few months before they go on their mission, or maybe they work here for a little while and then they take a bunch of vacations and go to college and don't do it after that, right? But you never know. So in a minute, when I give you guys a chance to quick send on the referrals on your phone, my advice is, one, what do we write down? Don't prejudge, and really you can full send it. Here's what I'll say. We already removed your prospects. Like the way the phone works, the app works, is that your bishop and your mom and your grandma aren't going to be in there anyway. So you'll pretty much click full send. And when you send that, they're not even getting texted. All happens is that that gets sent to us, and then we're going to go through your list one-on-one with you before trainings, even over today, or before we text anybody, because we don't want to text your bishop who you left in the thing, or your high school attendance office, or the campus police, or the college admissions office, or Jimmy John's. Like, we're going to remove anything like that, and we'll remove anyone that we shouldn't even be texting anyway. It wastes our time if we text people that we shouldn't be texting, right? Does that make sense? And so we're obviously going to do that. But I want to make sure you understand when you hit full send, which I would advise you just do that, because then we'll actually be able to look at those names with you before we text anybody. But my point is, when you hit send, they do not get a text. So even if they have a Reesty nickname in your phone, like, either you put it in there like douchebag, that could be a person we want to text, but we will change their name before we text douchebag. If you have best friend ever, or best biatch ever, or whatever it is, right? We'll remove all of those names that are in your phone too. We'll edit every name so that we don't accidentally. By the way, the app won't even text. If there's like a swear word or something, they won't even get a text, right? We have to edit those names out, okay? Just in case, because some people literally put the swear word in their name in your phone when they had your phone, right? So we'll edit those anyway. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So before I do that, I want to let's go ahead and look at the app real quick. Oh, I got to tell you the stories. I got not tell you the story. I got to tell you the contest. You guys ready for the contest? Give me a drum roll. Give me a drum roll. Okay, there's two. Give me two fingers. Two contests for this. The first one is a non-timed contest. So it could be weeks or even months down the road where you're collecting still on this contest. So that's pretty cool, because the fast start's 10 days, right? So this is a non-timed contest. So write down 5 numbers now. You're gonna write 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, all the prime numbers. And 10, okay. And not 2, but that's okay. Write down all the prime number. 1, 3, 5, 7, 10. That's funny stuff if you like math. Okay. 1, 3, 5, 7, 10. And here's the way it works. When your first friend starts the job, our goal is that we give everybody a steak knife. That's the steak knife. We want everyone to collect a steak knife 1 week from today, because we do have a training that starts next week. And so if we are in, right, and they get interviewed in the next few days and we like them and they're in training next week, you could literally on the 8th day or 7th day of your fast start, come in here and collect a steak knife and show it to your next demo. Okay, so that's our first goal, is that we want to hook you guys up with more Cutco immediately. The steak knives we have in the office. So you can literally come pick it up from Bucky or me or Shay, and we'll get you, or Patrick, and we'll get you a steak knife. I remember on week 1 in this contest, when Parker Hunsaker, he actually had 4 of his friends in these 4 seats, right? It was so funny. But he had 4 of his friends, 2, I think 3 girls and 1 guy from his school, that wound up getting interviewed in the next few days. And then literally the next week he collected on 2 of these prizes, literally in only 7 days. And you guys ready for number 3? This is unbelievable. When and if 3 of your friends start working here, you get the K-bar knife. Okay. So this thing's like $280. Okay. And wear it out on Friday night, baby. Right. So put it in the, console of your car. You got like a, protection right here. Right. So this thing is awesome. Right. The Cutco K-bar knife is yours to having to hold until forever guaranteed you part. Okay. So that is yours when you have 3 buddies or girlfriends or whatever, and they can be anywhere in the United States. Remember, when you refer people, don't prejudge based on their location. So if they're in Idaho or Florida or anywhere, they can still do the job and you still get the K-bar knife, right? The next level, I know you guys just want free Cutco, but we had to like vary it up for people that maybe want other things. And so what I will tell you is when you have 5 friends start the job, we're going out and getting you a set of AirPods rather, or Ray-Bans or some cool shades, right? Maui Jims, couple $100, right? These are pretty sweet shades. If you haven't had AirPods or sunglasses, really nice ones before. And if you don't want the Apple version of AirPods, we'll get you whatever it is, right? Okay, so that's a couple $100 right there. So that's pretty cool. Some cool loot. At 7 friends getting, again, how long is this contest? Could be weeks, could be months, right? But when Parker and I'll tell you about the 4th and 5th levels, because he won them so fast that we couldn't get to the store. So one day we went and dropped a bunch of cash, like over $1,000 on these next 2 prizes. The next one is a gift card or a spa session. We're going to get you a massage. Some of your faces just went, sweet, right? But yeah, a full body, in a massage, what do you call it? Spa. You're going to go get a massage. That's pretty sweet, right? Nice. Emily's into that. Okay. I don't blame you. They're awesome. I love getting massages. Okay. So yeah, getting you a massage package, whatever it is. And then the 10th one, this is so cool. So when Parker got all 10, when all 10 of his friends, I think he had 11 start with us, but when 10 of his friends started, he had gotten the K-bar and the Cutco, but he didn't get this, or this because it was within a couple weeks and we had to go shopping. So we went out and bought a freaking TV. Right? If you want an iPad or a fatty TV, okay, like a, very large 50 whatever inch it's going to be, a really sweet TV and a massage. Guys, that's like a couple $1,000s in free stuff. Some of it's Cutco, cool for the fast start, right? And then you got all that, but then a couple more, and then you got some other prizes. I'm telling you, wifey, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, mom, and dad are like, holy crap, dude, this job's sweet. You know what I mean? So that's the team builder contest. And guess what? We are going to do all the work. You don't have to, talk up the job to anybody. What did it say in the video? Right? When your friends ask, we don't want you doing a demo for Cutco and your friends are texting you, hey, did your phone is this legit? We don't want you to respond, like even worrying about that. So we'll send you that text. Our job is to explain the job, right? Our job is to tell them about the job. And if they get the job, awesome. If they don't get the job, no big deal. Right? All it is a text and that type of thing. Does that make sense for you guys? Your job, who's going to do the work for this? We're going to do all the work to help you hit these levels. We want you to hit them, and trust me, it's better for the company too, right? To build the team. But on the right-hand side, on the right-hand side, we need your help on the right-hand side so we can help you guys win the left-hand side. All in favor of how we need your help. Does everyone understand that? So the right-hand side is what we need your help on right now. So that has to do with the app in your phone. Ready? So write down 3 numbers. And it has to do with the number of people you recommend or text or that we can text. Okay. And again, we'll clean up your list, make sure we clean up those nicknames and remove some people that we need to remove so we don't accidentally text your mom or grandma or something, right? Because again, it's a waste of our time to do that. So write down 50, 100, and 150. So for some of you, this is going to be a slam dunk, easy money thing, right? You're just going to bam, in 5 minutes, you're going to have double credit. What are those numbers again? 50, 100, and 150. I keep saying it on accident. Okay. Here's the deal, guys. If you recommend at least 50 people from your phone today for potentially, we text them, see if they want the job. If they don't want it, we don't worry about it. If they're rude to us, we laugh. If they say things, we laugh. It's not a big deal. We're not going to judge you or judge them. But if you recommend at least 50, you get double credit on your biggest sales day of your fast start. So what he sell yesterday, $2,500. That's like you had a $5 grand day. if it was in your fast start, right? So your biggest day will be doubled. Do you guys see how Avery hit $2,500 extra in her contest and got those extra prizes because of that double credit? 100, ready? It's pretty self-explanatory here, but 100 people recommended, you're getting 2 days doubled. Your biggest 2 days doubled for the prizes, right? That's pretty significant. Okay. You have 5, 6, 7, 8,000 or $10,000 fast start. You're getting some crazy good prizes at the top levels, right? And then 150 is pretty self-explanatory again. 150 recommended, which some of you is like not even all your contacts, right? You recommend them, you're getting 3 days double. Okay. Pretty friggin' sweet, as Napoleon Dynamite would say. Okay. Now, two quick things. 2 things. One, they have to be of age. Like we said, they have to be at least 17, graduating, or 18 or older. And then the double and the prizes only counts for the free Cutco. It doesn't get you the steak dinner or the $500 shopping spree. Those have to be done straight up legit 10 days, right? Does that make sense? But when it comes to all the free Cutco, what I tell you, we want to be buying you guys a bunch of Cutco for the rest of your life. Okay? Dig it? Okay, so what we want to do right now is really quickly, because we got to move on to recommendations. You guys ready? Recommendations is next, so we got to really hurry on this. So open up your app, right? Go to Vector Impact app. Go to the Vector Impact app. And remember, they can be anywhere in the United States, so don't worry about judging on where they live, right? As long as they're of age. And my advice, like I said, is don't prejudge. I would click almost basically full send, even if you send us some crazy nicknames and send us the school attendance office, because we're going to edit that out for sure. We're not texting the high school, obviously. So before we even text one person, we're going to go through your list with you to make sure that we clean it up, right? And fix those names. Okay, so go down in the bottom of your app and hit Team Builder, right? Oh, you might have to go to More. Go to More and then go to Team Builder. Okay. Go to More and then go to Team Builder. All right. And well, that's funny. Go to More and then go to Team Builder. And what'll show up right now, guys, is all of your non-prospects. All of your non-prospects will show up. So first of all, is anyone not seeing Team Builder? Okay, that good. That means your manager did something 4 hours ago. They should have, right? Go ahead and hit Team Builder. It should pull up everybody. Now, if you just do a quick peruse and you want to eliminate the high school attendance office, your old job, like the gas station you worked at or something like that, if you want to eliminate some of those, that's fine. It saves a little bit of time. But again, we're going to go through it again with you. That's, we don't want to waste our time or anyone else's time texting them. Or texting a high school or a college. Okay. So go ahead and go through, and I would just hit full send. Like I said, we'll go through the list. It's easier for you and us to do it later anyway, but we got to keep moving so we can get to recommendations. And I want to recognize people for getting double credit as fast as possible too. Okay. So as quick as you can hit send, the better. You can, like I said, edit out a couple people if you want. Let's see, if I go leave Team Builder, it's got to wait till that. Okay, now hit begin. That's so weird because you had 218 prospects and like 1,000 in your phone, right? Yeah, restart the app, like force quit it and open it up again. Maybe that might be a thing. Okay. All right. Boom, bitty boom. Okay. Let's get those people, again, nobody gets texted when you send this right now. Full send is going to get them none. Oh, good that Anya's got 3 days doubled. 226. That's awesome. Brock got 300, so 3 days doubled, baby. That's awesome. Josh, you're on your way to double credit, right? There you go. All right. Good for you guys. That's awesome. We got to switch offices to see what else we got here, guys. Oh, if you want to star certain people, you can. You can certainly star certain people if you want. Nice, Brooklyn. 3 days doubled at 229. That's awesome. Okay, good for you guys. And remember, we're not going to judge them if they say no. We're not going to judge you if they say no, right? It's no big deal. It's a text. I get texted from political parties. I get texted by restaurants and everything else on the planet. So people just ignore a text if they're not interested. And if they decide to respond, that's great too. Okay. On your way to double credit there, Jade, keep going. If you want to edit a couple names, that, if you've already submitted, go for it. And you can edit a couple names if you want, or if if you need to edit a couple names, that's fine. Because you have special nicknames for your people. Nice, Jasper, right on. 1 day doubled, baby. That's great. Love it. That might get you an extra 1 or 2 knives at the end of the fast start. Okay. Nice job, Cade, you're on your way to double credit. Oh my gosh, Tatum, you're too short. Get 2 more. Get 2 more. You got to get 2 more. I can refresh. That's great. It's kind of hard. I'm flipping between offices here, guys. Forgive me. I want to recognize you. Brock, more. Oh, you took, yeah, that's good. That's good. Probably eliminated a couple juniors. Yeah, something like that. That's fine. Went from 301 to 294. That's okay. Right? Get a couple out of there. We'll live. There you go, Tatum. You got it. You got double credit. Sweet. Good for you guys. All right. So we're going to go to recommendations in just a minute. So you can draw a line in your notes. But as quick as you can send those, the better we can move on. Nice job, Devin. Nice job, Provo office. Nice job, Tyler in Provo. That's sweet. Okay. Actually, I think that's the group that's in person with Bucky right now. Couple of you, I need to hit this. Oh, why is it doing that? Oh. We'll remove it later. Yeah, when we need to remove someone, if you can't remove it manually from your phone, we will for sure remove that with you guys. Yeah, we don't want to text them anyway. Okay. Nice. Another double credit. Boom. Hayden crushed it. You found it? Fixed it? Yeah, it sent 1,000. Yeah. So we'll go through the list. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And so we want to for sure, because you did the phone swap, we will for sure want to switch those out. Yeah, we'll just delete them later. No problem. Okay.
All you people who are crushing it right now, I was a recommendation. So
Yep.
like seriously, like it's awesome that you guys are doing this.
Connor sold 60 grand in his career personally, and he's running an office right now, right? And his life changed in the last 2 years because someone recommended him to the job. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys. Connor's eligible for our we're going on an 8-day 4 ports of entry cruise. So last year was Budapest. This March was Budapest. Next March is the cruise. A year ago, March was Madrid. So those company trips are really, really fun when you're a manager. So the rep trip this year was Costa Rica, and the year before that it was Bahamas, I think. So yeah, things get pretty exciting as you keep cranking, guys, after your fast start. Okay, a couple more double credits and we got to move on. Nice. Carter, you got almost 2 days. Almost 2 days. That's great. If you refer more later, you have to tell your manager if you refer them through the phone. By the way, how many of you are like, bro, I have so many Snapchats and I don't have very many phone numbers, but I have so many people on social media or whatever. Raise your hand if you got a lot of that. In advanced training, we'll give you guys a chance to take advantage of some stuff with social media so you can still capitalize here. But the phone is what we're doing right now. Okay. We got to keep moving. Hi, Patrick. All right. Almost double credit, Jade. Almost double credit, Emily. All right. Keep going there, guys. All right. Excelente. So yeah, we will for sure go through that. Yeah, if you referred a lot, guys, and it's like, oh, I forgot to remove. I don't know how you removed a few, but that's great. It's awesome. Yeah, if you removed a few, that's super. Oh, nice. We got another David. You got 3 days doubled with 308. Again, that's awesome. Almost double credit, Ellie. All right, good for you guys. Double credit, Skylar. Nice. Double credits. Oh, Sade, you're 1 short. Shadi is 1 short. Okay. So 1 short. Okay. All right. So write down recommendations. Write down recommendations, guys, and we'll move on as quick as possible here. And great job. And once again, guys, on my slideshow here, I got to show up the next slide. Connor just said it. And I just want to say again, thank you. Because when we text them, if they don't want to work here, that's great. If they don't want to interview, that's fine. If they do, hallelujah, right? That's great for us, great for them. And if they get the job, that's what we really, if they're interested and we like them, then yeah, that's going to be the best thing for everybody. Remember, we will send you that text to let them know, yeah, it's legit. Don't worry, check it out or that type of thing. So that way they know that your like phone didn't get hacked or something like that. Okay. Because sometimes you have the inquisitive who already knows who that one person's going to be. That's like asking you, is this real? You know, whatever. So, anyway, thank you again. And it's fun. Yes, Matt, quick.
On the we just did.
Mhm.
If the people speak Spanish, would that matter?
We figure it out. If it's too much of a barrier, then sometimes it's too hard to work with,
Okay.
you know, but if most people are bilingual and so we can figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, great question. Okay. All right, guys, send those last ones so we can get you, I'm not going to recognize anymore because we got to move on, but write down in your notes, recommendations, write down your notes.